is Fuck, Marry or Kill the movie. And I mean that because the entire time I was trying to work out if the main characters were going to fuck, if they were going to get married, or if they were going to kill each other. I went from, oh yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down, to, oh fuck, put that down, constantly. And because of that reason, you should go into this movie blind. Don't watch a trailer. Don't look at the cast. This movie is best watched with the tiniest little bit of information. So, come along, dear viewer, as I try to tiptoe around the spoiler minefield that is Barbarian. This movie is fucking weird. It's good weird though. Like, it's the feeling you get when you pick up a really smooth rock. You know, like you pick it up and you're like, I didn't expect to like this as much as I do. It's not bad weird, like when a teenager calls you Darl. Why are you doing that? Why are you calling me Darl? Why are you using the ancient sacred language of the tuck shop lady? Barbarian is not a conventional horror film. At times, it can feel like you're watching an anthology series and you've skipped a few episodes accidentally. And that's because writer-director Zach Kreger deliberately does that to keep you on skates. The entire movie. Like, this movie can give you plot whiplash. In Barbarian, we follow the frustrated Tess, played by Georgina Campbell, as she gets to her Detroit Air BnB in preparation for a job interview. Once she gets there, however, she finds out that it's been double booked by the suspicious Keith, who's played by spooky but handsome Bill Skarsgård of Pennywise fame. As Tess's accommodation options dwindle, we get to play red flag bingo as Keith acts comforting, then immediately suspicious, so often that the tension gives you a headache. Now, Kreger has stated that this movie was inspired by the book The Gift of Fear, which is apparently all about how you should go about your day trusting your instincts. It also became very apparent to me that the characters in this film and I have very different instincts. The amount of times I had to stop myself from yelling, "Don't do that! Oh fuck! Oh no, you're dead! You're so dead!" to an empty living room was frustrating, but it does work. Like, this movie can be fucking terrifying. As you can see by my heart rate, this movie was so scary that it was actually on the cusp of getting bumped up into the same category as like Sinister or Gonjam in terms of heart rate. And just when you get to the point where you almost can't take any more of this movie, it pulls a little sneaky on you, and then you're left for quite a while going like, what the fuck is happening? Like, where are we right now? And it's really good at doing that. It does that. I've never seen a horror movie do that so effectively. This movie also gave me a lot to think about in terms of the differences in navigating social situations for both men and women. There is a great conversation between two characters about how different the situation they're in would be if the roles were reversed. And while I'm not oblivious to this in my own life, give me some credit, I'm not a complete fucking idiot. This had me thinking about various situations I'd been in where I was able to use my gender as armor and just fucking plow through sketchy situations. And I know that my partner or my mum, they would not have the luxury to do that. So this movie does make you think. It's a very clever movie. The casting in this movie is also fucking top notch. Casting Pennywise in the role of Keith was fucking genius because it doesn't matter how he acts. A part of you still deep down goes, yeah, alright, fucking nice try, Pennywise. I don't need the boat that bad. I'm not reaching in. And Georgina Campbell as Tess has some really clever character moments that I myself didn't think of. Even if there are a few points where she frustrates the fuck out of me, they do build up why she's doing it, sort of, given her character's background. There's a character introduced in this movie that sort of plays a comedic relief role. And fuck, they nailed the comedy bits in this. The difference in behaviours between Tess and the comedic character are so stark that it almost makes for a completely different movie. This also has the funniest Google search scene in any horror movie, possibly, I think, any movie ever, and that's quite the feat. Like, that fucking, it had me in stitches. That being said, there are a few flaws that I have with this film that stop it from being an all-timer for me. One is that there is a character in this film who is a victim, and I mean capital V victim, And I felt like the design and the mannerisms of the character are so horror tropey that I just wish they'd made them more empathetic, either in their look or in their, behavior, because when you work out what's going on, it seems mean-spirited a little bit. Another thing I didn't like about this movie is the cops in this movie. They're so over-the-top antagonistic that I just didn't believe it. Now, I know I likely have a different perspective to Tess, as she's an American black woman, and I'm an Australian white male. But the thing that sort of pissed me off a little bit is that there's actual, she's standing in the middle of evidence. There is actual evidence that something crazy is going on, and they were so cartoonishly mean that at one point it actually got me to think, are they in on this? Are they a part of this? And I don't think that was Craig's intention. So it loses a few points for that. That being said, this is a good movie. It's a fucking weird movie, and a lot of people aren't gonna like it, and I get it. But this is a good movie. I'd recommend watching this if the idea of playing Red Flag Guess Who is fun to you. Does he make me a drink even though I said I didn't want one? If you want an unconventional horror, this is about as unconventional as horror movies get. If you're a suspicious person in general, chuck on your tinfoil hat and go to fucking town on this one, little homie, because this is made for suspicious people. You're going to get more out of this than anyone. I don't recommend watching this if you hate slow burns. If you don't like scary movies, this is a scary movie. To a point, this is a really scary movie. If violence or sexual assault is a trigger for you, the sexual assault is not shown, but it is talked about in a character's backstory. So if that is a trigger for you, just be warned going in. It's referenced in this. That being said, this movie's fucking good. I get the hype for this movie. I don't think it's an all-timer like a lot of people are saying. Lots of people had this as this is the fucking best movie that's ever been made. I get the hype. It's not for me. There's a few character things that I didn't like that stopped it. But fuck, this is a weird movie, and it's a fun horror movie. It's one that you can talk about endlessly too, because once you watch the movie, you can you go into this little club where if someone else has seen the movie, you both go, all right, yeah, fuck it, what'd you think of this? What'd you think of that? What do you think of that? And it does make you want to talk about this movie. This movie, regardless if you like it or didn't like it, this movie will make you want to talk about it. As always, thanks for watching. I appreciate the fuck out of you. We're almost through the October Watch Fest, so I've only got a few more reviews to go for October. Hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow for another review. Peace.